everyone, a very happy new year to you. I know it's a little late to wish new year, but since it's my first video of 2020, so why not? Today I'll be talking about how to open a bank account here in Canada. What are the things you need to keep in mind? I would also share our personal experience with you. So if we talk about banking in Canada and in India, it is a little different in the terms of how it works. So if we talk of a personal account back in India, so we only use a savings account to do all our transactions, to suffice all our banking needs. But here in Canada, there are two types of accounts. One is a checking account and the other one is a savings account. So if we talk of a savings account, as the name suggests, it is only used to save money. That is the whole purpose. And if you want to use an account for all the transactions that you want to perform, then a checking account would be used. So let's say if you want to pay your monthly rent, if you want to pay the credit card bill, whatever expenses you have, you would use a checking account. If you want to transfer money to from your account to someone else's account, you would go for a checking account. And let's say if you do not have any money by chance in the checking account, and if you opt on using your savings account, then you would be charged some fee by the bank. So you need to be aware that you're only supposed to use your checking account. Also, the banks here provide you interest on the amount that you have kept in your savings account, but the interest rate is really low if we compare that from India. So in India, I believe the bank would give us the interest rate of 7 to 8%. Of course, that would differ from bank to bank, but here in Canada, it's really low and it is just 1 point some percent. So and also banks, motivate you to save money in the form of, for example, if you save X amount of dollars for 90 days, that if you talk of that time period, so you will be given an interest of 1 point some percent on that amount that you have saved in your savings account. So that's a bonus, of course. It's low, but okay, it's fine. So if you talk of the other things that you need to keep in mind, you need to decide your bank on the basis of the interest rate that you are being given, the number of free transactions a bank provides you, for your monthly inflow and outflow of cash. So if I talk of the number of free transactions, yes, that is important, because back in India there was no such limit. We could do n number of transactions in a month and we won't be charged any money. But here this thing also comes into picture. And also, if you have to transfer money from your account to, let's say, your friend's account or someone else's account, so there is a very nice feature here which is called Interact. So Interact transactions help you send money to someone else's account only by using their email address. You do not need any bank account details, you do not need any other details that go in for using that transaction. So it's very simple. You just need to enter that person's email address on your mobile app or browser login, whatever you are using, and you just need to enter, let's say if you want to transfer $10 to my account, so you would enter my email address and the amount that you want to transfer, just hit the slide button and boom, the money is gone. So the other person has to follow very simple steps in order to receive that money. So it's very quick and very handy. And if we talk of the other important thing regarding banking here, so of course we all are aware of the concept of lockers. So in India, if we were to keep some valuables or jewelry safely, we would go to the bank and keep them safe in the lockers. So the lockers here in Canada are known as safety deposit box. So that's just a change of term and nothing else. And you would be charged on the basis of the size that you opt for. So the sizes vary from small to medium to large to extra large, whatever, that would totally depend on what you need. And the bank would charge you an annual amount for the locker, and you can go in for whatever size suits you. And I'm sure some of us, who are married, or if we want to bring some valuables or jewelry from our home country, we would need a safety deposit box. So you can always ask your bank what are the ongoing services that they have, if they have some schemes regarding that. So you can, of course, go ahead and check that out. And there is also an important thing that may come in handy for you. So some banks allow you to open an account from your home country while you're there, and once you're here in Canada, you can go to the bank and then do all your migration. So if you want to transfer money from your Indian account to your Canadian account, the bank would assist you in that. So you can opt for that. But I would not suggest you I would not suggest you for opening an account when you're in your home country, because you may miss out on some really nice schemes which may only be given to you when you visit the bank in person. So that also matters. And as per my knowledge, some really famous banks here in Canada are TD Bank, RBC, that is Royal Bank of Canada, CIBC, Scotiabank, and I think that's it. So and Bank of Montreal, yeah. So you can visit these bank accounts, and you may need to take appointments, and then you can just decide on what bank gives you the best offer, and then go ahead and get an account created. So if I were to summarize all these things, so the first thing is to choose a bank on the basis of the deal that the bank is providing you. Different banks would run different schemes, so just go to different banks, listen to them, and just decide as per what suits your needs best. Then there are also schemes for newcomers, so you can avail them. So it can be something like using the safety deposit box for free for the entire first year, or they would waive off the charges on your savings account. Like if you are supposed to keep X amount minimum in your savings account, and let's say if you fail to do that, so they would not charge any fee for the entire year, and next year onwards they would incur those charges. You can go by the Google reviews for the bank. You can maybe check the number of ATMs that are available for a particular bank. You can also look for the working hours and the days for a bank, because different branches of the same bank may operate at different timings. So that also happens, and it is important to know. And the other thing that is important is regarding the safety deposit box, if they provide it for free for the first year or not, what are the charges, what are the sizes, and stuff like that. And the other thing is the interest rate the bank provides you on your savings account, the amount of money, the amount of fee rather they would charge you for not keeping X amount in your savings account, and the number of free transactions you're provided. So I think these should be considered while opening a bank account here in Canada. Now, after you have thought about opening your bank account, so the real question comes, and that is how to transfer your Indian money to your Canadian account. So there are three options. First is to directly transfer money from your Indian bank account to your Canadian bank account using a wire transfer facility. In this particular case, both banks will charge you some fee for the conversion and for the transfer of money. The second option is to get all your money converted to a forex card. You bring that forex card here, and then you can withdraw money from that forex card, and then you can deposit it into your bank account. But the forex card also has a limit on the number of free transactions, and after let's say 1 or 2 transactions, they will also charge some fee. The third option is, and I do not recommend it, but maybe you can think of bringing all the Indian money and get it converted in CAD, and bring that cash with you. And once you land here and you decide on the bank in which you want the account to be opened, you can just get the money deposited there. But it's a high risk option, so just think twice before doing it. Now, as I promised that I would be sharing our personal experience with you, so the very next day after our arrival here in Canada, we planned to just go to different banks and in order to explore the schemes, and then we wanted to get a bank account open. So we took appointments. We had a conversation with the bank professionals, and we zeroed down on two banks, and the one which provided us the best scheme out of those two, we just opted that. So the scheme was, as I mentioned, it was a newcomers program, so they waived off the fee for the safety deposit box for the entire year. They did not charge us any fee for on the savings account on the monthly basis. So on that basis, we decided the bank account and the bank rather, in order to open an account. So you can also use these strategies and these tips to get an account open. I just hope that this information was useful to you. Please let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions, if you have any feedback for me. I would be really happy to hear that. And until we meet next, I really wish that you could subscribe to my channel, you could share this video, you could just hit the like button. And until we meet next, just keep smiling, be happy, and dream big, and just spread happiness all around you. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.